chill. We're coming together now. We're here to play D&D.
Are we live?
Yes.
We've been live.
Everybody
shoot.
that was
Been live.
well, I
Hi.
was doing audio testing, just playing around. Anybody that's just tuning in, which is probably isn't, welcome to Polex. Imagine an entire universe. Entire universe filled with planets, galaxies, complicated godly affairs, and so on and so forth. Planets are ravaged by magic, also ravaged by technology equally. Galaxies that have band together in order to kind of block away teachings of advanced technology or magic itself. Ultimately, discrimination exists, and I heard echo. I don't know.
Where did you?
Oh, it's my phone.
Oh, okay.
Discrimination exists as a result of these teachings. The all creating kind of godlike figure in this world named Bassin created this universe as kind of a last ditch attempt at entertainment with very few rules in place. It's kind of up to them themselves. Thank you, Gracie. As we kind of look into the universe, each universe has taken on a semi-religion headed by gods that's based off of religion or cultural belief from Earth today. Though these kind of have been expressed and exaggerated in all sorts of different ways, and I've taken liberty to do my own interpretation. I also do not mean to offend anybody through doing this. I just want to point that out. I do take some liberties with some of them, and I shuffle around gods depending on what I thought makes sense. So, we start off on Masilis, a part of the Ephirion galaxy. It's a massively industrialized planet. There's a thing called Mazocorp, which makes up around 30% of the workforce in the entire Masilis, which is, compared to Earth, is a massive planet. It's literally a work zone. Mazotech makes up 37% of the workforce. The army of Cinque is also here, and that takes up the 25-ish% of the planet. Massive hangars and airships and all sorts of stuff make up a sectioned off place in the planet. Ben, you're arriving here in the loading dock, and you arrive. You arrive in a small town called Sick, spelled with an X, X-I-K.
That's okay.
This is Aztec. Okay, so you arrive in a small town. The town itself, you were told that the figure that you're seeking was in this general area and might be trying to blend in. The details that you're given about Zoram is that he's wearing a noticeably black cloak that doesn't seem to reflect much light and has gold embroiderments on it. Whenever you arrive here, you are welcome to a big factory, which you kind of make out to be some sort of the metal processing center. Around that, you see a large hangar that seems to be kind of a gathering place for fun or leisure. Maybe a break time on the planet, not necessarily sure. You land on a loading dock. So you see other ships, other travelers, all different shapes and sizes. I would say a majority of what you see is the general workforce. You see them in down guards and such. Your clothes, you do stand out slightly, but not too much. You have kind of a dress for the occasion, but you do stand out slightly, and you're getting a little bit of eye looks here and there.
I just keep my head down and, I don't know, well, keep an eye out and try not to make eye contact with that many people.
Okay, and where exactly are you heading?
I'll head towards like where everybody else is.
Okay, so there's a general, not quite little market area, but it's more like almost a restaurant area where the workers kind of go in between the free time, and you see a lot of people shuffling and shifting between those, going to different little carts and buying items and all sorts of amenities.
Okay.
You see a mix of various races. There's not really one predominant one. Yeah, no one really seems sketchy. A lot of people seem happy around there.
Do I see a really black coat?
You do not see what was described to you yet.
Okay.
let's see. Max, you. I already broke. Okay.
We're gonna have this problem, aren't we?
Yeah, Jason, you were given a teleportation scroll that take you to the town of Sick. You arrive. Sick, yes. You arrive in this odd kind of building. Around you, you see molten metal being poured around, and you see a whole bunch of people talking on radios and yelling at each other, hollering. You hear one man saying, "Hey, Jimmy, you got to pour the iron quicker, or it's gonna freeze up on us." Around you, you see them wrestling. There's a couple people that take notice to you fairly quickly, but they just kind of run back to the job. It kind of seems like it's an urgent environment where they're constantly running around.
Okay. What are we wearing? Like just a traveler's cloak.
A traveler's cloak, probably your hoodie robes underneath, or something along those lines. Like you stand out if they pay attention to you enough.
But I'm kind of just shifty. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're
so,
you're
like,
you're
I'm
not
like-
sure why you ended up in this factory either.
So I'm like in the middle of a factory with just like people walking.
You're kind of in like a corner of the factory, but yeah, you do see all this stuff going on though.
Okay. Can I look for a doorway, like outside, or like any
Yeah,
outside light, like a window or something?
Yeah, there's a large like centralized door where you see like machines and such going through it and carrying metal blocks and stuff like that.
Okay. Do I know where I am? I'm at Sick, or just know I took this scroll?
You know that you're at Sick.
So, yeah, I guess I'll try and like weave my way around people. I'm not trying people's way. I'm just kind of like duck and weave
Okay.
out of the factory.
Yeah. As you're trying, there's a little bit of like a group of kind of leaving at the time, and just as you're approaching the door, both Dackett and Jason, you both kind of hear like not really an alarm, but like a bell go off, and suddenly you. Jason and the Iron Foundry, you see a whole bunch of people begin to leave in like groups and buses. Not really sure what's going on, but everybody's like trying to exit the building, and you find yourself getting a little bit caught up in that rush.
Okay.
Dackett, I'm just gonna call you Dak from now on.
Jacket.
I'm not saying the full thing.
One syllable.
It's hard. It's hard to say the U right after it. So Dak, you see basically this large metal refining building that you saw earlier. You now see hundreds of people rushing out of it and going into this centralized little restaurant area, and also into the large warehouse, which now that you're on the ground, you now says that it says Leisure Hall.
Is anybody wearing a black coat?
You have not noticed anything, though it is quite a sizable crowd, so that it would be very possible for him to kind of hide in there and you not notice at all.
Yeah. Okay. Not very observant.
As Jason's kind of leaving the crowd, you bump into a few people because they're rushing by, and you get a few people getting super upset. Hey, don't do that. Hey, stop touching me, mister.
Just walking.
You see, there's a whole bunch of them. Woman gets a little bit like perturbed by you and kind of like walks cautiously away from you and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, it's like,
Just.
can I snap? Could you message me like what's in my bag currently, if it differs from before?
I would say all the same stuff. You just
Okay.
don't have. Yeah.
Just it wouldn't have the extras in.
Yeah, not the extras.
Okay,
You're good.
cool.
You're good.
Yeah. So like, am I like slowly just being like kind of like just push towards?
Yeah, like
the
you're
ends?
not actually having to walk. It's more the like mob is
General
just
mob.
pushing you towards that way.
Okay.
Even once you finally get outside the doors, you're still kind of being pushed by the mob, and like you're just slowly approaching the leisure hall, basically.
Leisure hall being so is like it's a corridor I'm walking into or outside?
You walked outside, and then now they're walking towards this large hangar-like building.
Okay. I'm like trying to like step to the side of the crowd if it's like a funneling out, or
Yeah.
is it like very tightly packed on the walls and stuff? Like
I would say you would be able to. It's just it's quite difficult, and you find yourself stumbling out of it.
out of the
Out of the
Okay,
crowd. Yeah.
Okay.
Dak, whenever you're in this little central area, you see a very unusually dressed person stand out in traveler's cloak, though doesn't match your description, but they do stand out quite significantly for the area, wearing unusual robes.
Okay. I will keep an eye on him.
Okay. And Hayden, You're coming in the teleportation circle.
Okay.
You have a kind of tube of rainbows, and you've done this a couple times. Not really off planet, but you're used to this kind of teleportation process. You're in this tube of prismatic colors that are going past you as you zip by. And Ezrin starts nudging you towards the edge of the teleportation tube. He kind of like slowly pushing you towards it.
Hey, stop that.
No.
What do you're gonna interfere?
And finally, he like tackles you and pushes you outside of the teleportation tube.
Boy.
It's okay. It's okay.
That was why?
It's okay. And when like you finally get out of it and your vision clears, you realize that you're plummeting towards a planet.
Do you have any idea of how we're gonna get out of this?
We've got one.
Well, it better work.
I hope it works. Maybe. I never really thought this far.
This is why we don't push people out of magical teleporting circle things.
It's an adventure.
Not one that's not gonna end very well.
Well, the adventures are good. And you guys are just slowly plummeting down as you're having this conversation. And Ezra, you see him kind of like bracing himself as if he's like actually gonna land on his feet. He's just like, I've got this.
Yeah, but I don't.
And as you kind of approach closer to the ground, you get this very heavy feeling like you're just gonna splat into it. And suddenly Ezra nudges you a little bit and you appear on the ground with a little bit of momentum and you kind of like trip and fall over. Though you're kind of unharmed, as if the momentum was almost entirely canceled out. Ezrin kind of stumbles right next to you, just like, adventure. So, Dash and Jason, both of you guys see this kind of weird object kind of like talking and screaming as it's falling down to the planet, the town that you're on. And then suddenly they disappear for a quick second and appear stumbling probably about 20 feet away from you guys. Again, also very weird figure with a dragon, which is you've never seen.
I've definitely never seen.
Okay.
Next time, tell me if you want to have any sudden adventures.
Adventures are
Please.
fun. We should go on another one.
I think I'll pass.
He kind of nudges you a little bit, and Dirk, you're kind of pushed towards Dak and Jason. Both of them do stand out quite significantly in the surrounding landscape.
What? No.
What?
You see one of them that has these kind of nice monastery robes that seem to be really well made. You see another one that is kind of down dressed, but you can still tell that they're from some sort of upper class.
I'm gonna make my way towards the leisure hall thing.
Okay.
As well, keeping an eye on the two weird figures.
Okay. As you're going into the leisure hall, you do catch the sight of a black cloak.
Ooh, where?
Going into the leisure hall.
I follow, like at a distance.
Okay. So as you follow him into there, you do realize that it's not the same black cloak that you were looking for.
Fuck you.
Whoa.
Not friendship words.
Once you get into the leisure hall, it's quite open. Hold on.
What plot point should I reveal to these people?
No, I wrote down. Oh no, I had nothing specific. Okay, so yeah, the leisure hall filled with kind of restaurants. There's break tables. There's a bar. There's exercise ground. There's a library. There's studies. It's just a general like gathering place that people. It's from what the gist of it is that you can make it out that it's maybe these people's break and they come here, and they all get it at the same time and they just relax in here for a little bit. And there's practically everything you could want from a leisure hall. As Dak goes further into the building, you see multiple people wearing black cloaks, specifically walking in and out of the study.
And they're all like, are they all very like not reflective?
Some of them are, some of them aren't, but you keep getting like these sudden glances, like you're looking at the black cloak whenever you notice it, and most of the time you're not coming up with anything.
Do I come up with anything one of the times?
There's about 3 people that seem to not have that reflective of a cloak.
Any gold?
No gold that you could tell from where you are.
Are they all congregating around like a place or something, or are they just all really spread out?
They're spread out. Yeah, they're going all over the place, though they do seem to like be coming out of the study.
Okay, I'll head towards the study then.
Okay. Yeah, so Jason, you basically are in this place. So there's a whole bunch of people are trying to like sell you stuff. There's like new clothes, food, jewels, rings.
Can I try and like perceive the area? Like before, whatever planet we're on? Did I like?
You're on Marcellus.
No, like in between like the 2 buildings. Like, what did I notice anything?
No, it's just kind of the central gathering place, restaurants, shops, and such. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You do notice like ships landing in a loading dock off to the west. Nothing special about it.
Yeah. Could I look what type of people were they selling? Is it like touristy type deal, or is it just like
general supplies? Yeah,
supplies.
like change of clothes and stuff like that.
Okay.
There is a big focus on like mining gear. It seems to be.
Okay.
Okay, going over to Dirk.
Yeah.
Dirk, there's also a whole bunch of people trying to like sell you stuff, and Ezrin keeps nudging you. Just like, Dirk, we should buy stuff. They have pickaxes. Pickaxes seem cool.
I don't think we need any of that.
But pickaxes, they're cool.
Maybe later.
You can hit things with them.
Is there any like? Can I tell where we are? Like what planet? And like,
not really. No. You know that you're somewhere in Furion, but you're not sure specifically which one.
Okay, I kind of move a little bit away from the crowd, so we're not completely encircled by all the stores and whatever. Okay.
Yeah. You're wearing your armor and you have Ezrin there, so you do stand out and you are getting looks. There's not many kids running around, but there are adults that look at Ezrin and like there's the occasional one that like tries to pet Ezrin, but then just kind of like backs up, is confused and a little bit scared. Ezrin didn't do anything; they just don't know how to go about it.
Let them be scared.
Okay, going back to Dak.
Good job.
Dacky. Yeah, so as you approach the study, you do notice that there's a lock on the study. There's a keypad.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Is there anybody around?
There's people around, not going in and out, though. You can see into the study. It's a fairly large library, and you see a few tables with like people you think supposedly are like scholars or something like that, just kind of reading and taking notes and such.
Black clerks.
There's a couple in there, yeah.
How are they getting in and out?
The ones that you saw, they were just walking out.
Like, just through the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they look to be like cameras or something of the sort?
Do a perception check.
Oh, fuck.
Or investigation, whatever you have better at.
Investigation, but not that much better.
Wouldn't that be like reading something though?
20 unnatural?
Yeah, there are some like dome-like things that stand out on the ceiling and on the walls that don't make sense to you, that you would really assume is a camera and a microphone of some sort.
Fuck.
And there's about 8 of them in this building.
Is the door unlocked?
No.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
You will not be defeated by a door today.
I'll wait for somebody to leave, and then I'll like go in.
Okay. Yeah. After a while, you see a older woman walking out in some gray garbs. You can make a dexterity check to see how quickly you could slide in there.
Okay, just straight up depths.
Actually, do a stealth check.
Stealth check.
Are you trying to do this unnoticed?
Not like obviously like hidden, but like
you're not trying to bring attention to yourself.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, do a stealth check.
18.
Okay.
No.
Use the train.
Yeah, so you get in there just fine, slide right in. You're in a fairly long concrete kind of hallway of sorts. Glass windows that show into different libraries and studies and a whole bunch of people studying.
Is there one with a lot of black clothes?
They're kind of sparse between.
Does anybody look like the thing? Like my description?
There is one man that's wearing a black cloak that seems to have a lot of like precious metals and gems on him.
Did I get any description besides black cloak with
No, you did
precious
not.
metals? Oh, well, that's not very useful. Okay. Is there like an empty room?
Yeah, there's a couple like empty little like cubbies.
Is there one that is within viewing range of the one with the guy in the black cloak?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, there's it's not really like a hidden place, but there's a table in the same room. I'm assuming that's not being used right now.
Okay. And there's like books? Question mark.
Yeah, there's libraries.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll like grab a random book and go sit down at the table and not really read it.
Okay. So you're probably sitting about like 10 feet away from this guy. As you're kind of walking by, you do see that he does a little glance at you, but then he just goes back to what he's reading.
Okay.
Okay. Going over to Jason. Jason, what are you up to right now?
I was gonna say I would like to look around and see if I can see any like stairways downwards underneath.
Stairways downwards.
Either like if not, I say I'll go try and pass the lever hall like through it if it's a hallway.
There's not really any obvious stairways, but you think your best guess is probably the iron foundry.
Okay, so like I guess I'll like try and like scoot my way past. If there's still people coming out, I just move to the side out of the flow of traffic.
Okay. Yeah, I would say the traffic has kind of calmed down at this point. You could walk in there easily.
Okay. Yeah, so just like briskly walk.
Okay.
Over that level.
Yeah. So Dirk, you saw these two weird figures for a brief moment that stood out, and they've now gone their opposite directions into the Iron Foundry, into the Leisure Hall. What are you and Ezrin up to right now? Ezrin's kind of a little bit excited. He's chanting adventure a lot.
Calm down. We don't know where we are. We don't need any more adventure.
But Dirk, we're not gonna die yet.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I love the look the players just all gave me.
I guess I just kind of try and find out like what planet we're on. Like, is there any clues nearby? Like,
based off, do a history check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you're not really used to being off your planets, nor have you studied much about outside planets.
Oh, that's a right disadvantage. 16.
16. So you either come to the assumption that based off kind of like childhood stories and books, Fear on Galaxy is kind of well known throughout the universe because it's this technological meets magic galaxy that embraces both and finds ways to combine them in weird ways. So you come to the conclusion that it's either Chinque, which is kind of this like astral trading ports throughout the whole universe, like trade is booming here, or it could be Mosszilis based off the Iron Foundry, but you're not really sure which one, though you kind of have narrowed down between those two right now.
Okay.
Ezrin is kind of just jumping up and down. He's just like adventure, adventure, adventure.
Okay. Is there any place like where I could, I don't really know, like find out like where I could like a map or something of the place?
Yeah, in the central little shopping area that you were previously, there's maps and like cardiograms and such.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Or cardiographs. Cardiographs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there.
Okay. There's a woman that's kind of selling them, and she's just like, "Oh, would you like a map?"
Sure.
Okay. This elven kind of petite one slowly like unrolls a map, and she's just like, "Where would you like it from? Myrte, Marsilis? Would you like it for I don't know, Maza Maza?"
Just all of them.
I have a map of the Furion Galaxy. I have a map of the universe. What would you like?
The galaxy.
Okay, just one moment. And she goes underneath her desk and she pulls out a larger map, sizably larger, but it's still held in a cartograph tube. Why do I keep saying cartograph? I'm mixing science and maps. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, but like an architect's tube. And basically she rolls it out and she's just like, all right, so that will be from the time the work that my husband put into this, it would probably be 40 GP about.
Toss her a platinum piece.
Oh, I don't think I have the change.
You can just keep it.
Oh well, thank you, sir. Would you like a carrying container for this?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Well, thank you. Please come again soon. Send your friends.
Okay. Sure. I take the map and I kind of like. Does it like have like the layout of the place where I think I am?
It has the layout of the like planets.
Okay.
You know the order of the planets right now.
Cool. I'm just gonna kind of sit down and like look at it for a bit.
Okay. Yeah. At the center of it, you see 3 ginormous stars, and a planet marked in between the 3 of them, like very closely in between them, like almost getting swallowed by the stars.
Okay.
Next in line, you see Cinque, which is a fairly larger planet. How the terrain is drawn, it seems like it's mostly metal and such. You then see Maza Maza, which seems like a green, lush planet. Like life is booming there with a couple of like primitive, almost castle-like things. You see Zillus, which is kind of a... You see a lot of weird artificial cubicles in the middle of nature that you can't really... You don't understand why that's there. Then you see Marsilis, which is kind of an industrialized place. You see a whole bunch of factories and little working towns and such like that. And then you see Myrte, which has an indication that it's slowly drifting off rotation from the rest of the planets. So it seems like it's slowly getting out of orbit. On it is a whole bunch of like markings of graves, basically. The planet itself seems kind of desolate, nothing special about it.
Okay. I'm gonna put that away for now and see if there's like, I guess. Well, I saw the 2 people that like they stood out and they weren't from here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try and see where they went so I can like ask them.
No, well, I would say that you kind of obviously saw them leave in opposite directions. You saw one go into the leisure hall. You saw one go into the like iron foundry thing.
I guess I'll go into the leisure hall.
You sure? Okay. Once you're in there, you see a whole bunch of people talking. You see the restaurants. You see tables, libraries, studies, scholars, all that kind of stuff. Whole bunch of people, all sorts of different clothes. Though the robes of the 2 people that you did see earlier do stand out quite significantly.
So do I see anyone?
You do not right now. Yep.
I kind of just looked at Ezra and I'm like, so, any ideas?
No, aren't you the adventurer? Adventure. Dirk. Adventure.
I'm gonna get something to eat.
Okay. But I want a lot of meat. Yeah, do buy me a lot of meat. I'm hungry.
Sure.
Okay. Do you go to the restaurants like outside in the little shopping area, or do you go to the ones in the leisure hall?
The ones in the leisure hall.
Leisure hall. Okay. And then there's also kind of like a rustic looking bar in there as well. As an option.
I'll just go to the restaurant.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a couple like little food stands and sorts, various different brands. Like you see Mazochek, and then Zerman and Tekakis.
I just go to the first one.
Okay. So you go up there, and they're kind of selling like greens and meat and just kind of like a hearty meal kind of thing going on there.
Can I have some of this?
What would you like, sir? We have potatoes. We have a meat. We have a skipper's meat. We do have some cow, though it's kind of in low quantities right now. Pork is in high demand. We have chickens, and then we have checkways. Checkways are very good and in season right now. I would recommend them. What else do we have? We have asparagus. People love asparagus around here.
Okay. Ezran, what do you want?
Meat,
Just any.
all of it.
Okay. Pork. How much for the pork?
Well, one serving would be about 50 SP.
How many servings of that do you have?
In store right now, we probably have maybe 300 servings. Why do you ask, sir?
How hungry are you, Ezra?
I could eat a cow, or a pig, or a chicken, or I guess a human, depending on the day.
Let's not go there. I'll get like how many servings I think would be enough, like 10.
Okay.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just get like some mixed vegetables and whatever for myself.
Okay. I would say after everything's her done, she's just like, okay, that would be about 9 gold pieces today. I did give you a little bit of a discount because the bulk quantity that you bought on the pork.
Toss him a platinum piece.
Sir, I don't have change for this.
Can keep the change.
But sir, this is so much money.
It's fine. I walk away with my stuff.
You see him kind of like trying to get like, sir, and then like you see him slowly die down and like give up.
I sit down and eat the food and give some of the pork to Ezra.
Ezra's just like full head in, like his face is just covered in like pork, like grease and like fat, and like he's just digging right in there, making a whole bunch of like unsettling sounds. Okay, going back to Jason.
Okay. Like I said, I made my way into the foundry again.
Yeah, you made your way into the foundry.
It's completely empty.
Not completely empty. There's still some people like yelling, though it is significantly less. There's probably about like 10 significant figures that you can see in there right now.
Okay, and I just pull my cloak tighter around me.
Okay.
And try and, I guess, like make a way around the machinery without being seen or without bothering people really. Not being seen, just like not to bother anyone.
Okay. Yeah. So I would say that you would be able to kind of. Can you give me a stealth check with advantage since you're not trying that hard?
Anything's better than that, hopefully. 19.
Okay.
Or no, stealth. Where is it? 24.
Okay. Yeah. Overall, I think that no one really gives notice to you. You do a pretty good job of like keeping away from the machinery and not really causing anything. And then where did you say that you were heading to?
No, I was gonna say I was gonna like move through it. I was gonna get to like look for a stairway down or some other exits within the building.
There's a couple very small doors as if they lead into like offices or something like that. There's a large drill in the back of the room that seems to have a fairly large tunnel going down underneath it.
Okay, I guess I was gonna head toward the drill because I really don't want to bother him in the offices. I just want to like mind my own business.
Yeah, in the drill, there's a fairly large hole that has a small metal fence around it. Whenever you look down it, it seems to go on for basically stories underneath.
Okay.
Very dark after like 10 feet or so.
Is there a ladder? Is it generally sloping or is it just a hole?
It's just straight down.
Straight down.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you do hear one of the men on the up on the railing. He's just all like, "Hey, you down there? Do you need any help?"
I was wondering where this hole went. I yell up to him. I guess probably
Goes down to the I think it's want to say the Alpha 2 mines. I don't know. I'm kind of new to this factory.
What do you mine here exactly?
The iron, a little bit of Mirce, and also some mithril.
Do I know what Mirce is?
Mirce,
Have I read about it or not?
you kind of know what it is. Like you have a brief understanding of it.
It's a metal.
Yeah, it's a rare type of metal.
Okay. Is there any way to get down into these tunnels at all, aside from the drill down into it?
Well, people that are working here in the factories, they're able to propel down into it, if that's what you're at.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
I mean, typically we don't do this for everyone, but if you're really keen on it, I guess I could let you down.
I would appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay. Are you gonna need to be brought back up today, or?
Depending on how long, I'm not sure how long I need down there. So I guess maybe today. Although I should be fine on my own.
Oh, no. How would you get back up?
Probably have to figure that out, wouldn't I?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Would you be willing to stay with me while I'm down there?
I can't go off the floor that long. I can repel you down there, but I'm gonna have to pull back up the equipment because the second my boss comes back from his break, he's gonna, be hooting and hollering and all that kind of stuff at me.
Could I get a piece of repelling gear?
I don't think I could. I have to keep check of everything in there.
Where could I purchase one? If it were
Major cities, probably Chinque or something like that.
How far is that exactly?
That's a couple planets over, bud.
That's just not convenient. Okay. Are there any flashlights or torches around me? Light.
Yeah. There's a couple small lights. I would also say on the repelling gear that you kind of see laying around almost that there are lights attached to it as well.
Okay. How far do you know the tunnel goes down? How far is it?
Yeah, it had at least a mile, though I may be off. Again, they kind of new around here.
Okay.
Do you need help? Man, you got to make up your mind before my boss comes back. I mean, technically, you're not even supposed to be in here right now.
That's very fair. Okay.
I mean, you don't seem like you're from around here, really. So,
No, I'm not.
and you see him finally coming off this metal catwalk up above, and he's slowly coming down the ladder, getting down on the same floor as you.
Okay. I guess.
Look, I can lower you down, and then tonight I can bring you back up. But
is there a way I can communicate you? You tell me when to come back
you're
up?
too far down there.
Okay. No communication. Then I'll go down.
Okay.
No. Are the people typically going down there? Is there a chance of me meeting anyone else down there?
No. I think all petitions are kind of closed for today, at least.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll go down for that.
Okay. He kind of walks up to you and starts harnessing you up and putting it on you and tightening it in all the right places and everything. And he turns on the lights so you can see. And you see him spend probably a good 2 minutes tying a good solid knot on the back of you, and then he hoists you over.
It's so hard to think here. Sorry. Is there a computer or? Yeah, computer. Hey, come on. There it goes.
Charging now? No.
Those ports don't usually work very well. I need that sometimes.
Please hold for technical difficulties.
I just need one of those. Hold.
Okay, I'm back. So yeah, he kind of puts it over the metal railing, and you see it go into this kind of carabiner-like thing with a roller on it.
So go to position my pack. Is it underneath the harness or on top of the harness at this point?
What is
my bag?
your bag? You could probably still just carry it on your back.
Okay.
Yeah,
as it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of the harness itself. It's kind of the rope is attached to your chest area.
Okay. So I'm not. Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna start lowering you down. It might be a little bit quick.
That's fine.
And he
I
starts
can do
lowering
it
you.
quick.
Can you make 2 acrobatics checks?
Okay. Acrobatics.
Yeah, because he does like a couple times like lets you fall a little bit and then catches you real quick.
13. 11. Okay, that's like not that great at all.
Okay. Yeah. On the 11, I would say this is this is the second one. So
Would I get slow fall on this? If I'm dead
There-
falling?
there's one of them that has slow fall.
Okay.
But yeah, he kind of lets you like drop for a second, and then you kind of catch yourself. But you notice that whenever you catch yourself, one of like the ropes, like you see like one of the many twines on there kind of bust.
Okay.
Though
He's
you're
really rushing me down here.
you're more than halfway down.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah. After a while, you just like thump on the bottom. Your lights are on. You can see all around, and you see like a fairly elaborate cave system.
Okay. Can I like unhook?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the second you unhook, you see the rope and the harness start going back up slowly.
Okay. Cool deal.
Very soon, you hear like a quick reeling noise, and then you see it just shoot up. It starts very slow, and this just launches upwards.
Okay. Yeah. I guess if you want to switch one of them, I'll like light a torch and then just like
Okay.
try and veer around. I do have lights on still or no?
I would say that you have a flashlight with you. Yeah.
He's just gonna forget that you're down there. Don't leave you
Going
down
over
there.
to deck.
Okay. Has the guy like done anything?
He's mostly just written notes, and you see him switch out his book on occasion, and then go up to the bookshelf. And it seems there's a couple times that he goes up there and he's like looking at them, and he keeps pulling out books as if he's like looking for a specific one, but he doesn't grab anything any of those times. And he keeps going back there looking for it as if it's there. After a little bit, you do see him stand up with 2 books in his hand and begin to walk out, and then his pile of notes that he's been writing.
He grabs them.
Yes, he grabs
Okay.
them.
Would I be? I follow like a minute later.
Okay. Yeah, you would see him go from where you are. You can see through like a glass window. You can see him go back out into the main leisure hall, out of the little scholars' quarters that you've been in.
Oh, actually, during that minute, can I go over to the books that he was looking at?
Yes.
How's it organized? Is it organized by subject?
It's organized by language.
By language?
Yes.
Okay, what language?
Celestial.
I don't know that language. Okay. You sure it's not primordial?
No, it's celestial.
Damn it.
Almost. Almost.
So close.
Okay. Would I be able to tell anything of what he was looking at, or?
What were the books? No.
Was my book from that area?
No, your book was not from that area.
Okay.
Your book was from the demonic.
In which case, I'll put my book back and follow.
Okay. And you put it back in like the proper area that you got it from?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you see him kind of turn the corner and go into like the restroom area. And you see him like go into the restroom door.
Screw you. Okay.
It'll be like Harry Potter. He'll flush himself down the toilet and he'll never come back out.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna.
T1000
Okay.
just morph underneath.
Where's the? Is there like a restaurant or a store or somewhere that I could like hang out near the bathrooms?
Yeah, there's a restaurant fairly close to it, but the bathroom is down its own kind of like hallway. So you wouldn't be paying attention to that like restroom in specific, but it seems to be the only way out.
Okay, seems to be. Is there a store that I could browse in view of the restrooms?
Not really store. No, like it would have to be a restaurant or just relax or do exercise or something. The stores are mostly outside.
Okay, I'll like sit down at a restaurant, but yeah, just sit down at a restaurant.
Okay. Yeah.
Look at the menu if they give me anything, but not order anything.
Okay. Yeah, they don't really give you a menu unless you go seeking one.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Yeah, you just kind of sit down there. You do get a couple like odd looks from the waiters as you're just kind of sitting there, and they give brief notice to you and then just look away.
Okay.
I would say
Yeah.
after about like 10 minutes or so, you still don't see him come out.
Fuck. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go in there.
Okay. Once you go in there, there's literally no one in the restroom right now.
Oh, God damn it.
No windows or anything like that either.
Can I like do an investigation check to
Try to
see
flush yourself.
With
anything or
disadvantage.
some way to get like any hint of where he went?
Investigation with disadvantage.
Okay. Fuck. Oh no, that's a 3. 5.
Yeah, you
think he
you-
flushed
Just
himself?
disappeared.
No, you honestly think that like he's just gone. You don't know where.
You think he flushed himself? Try
Can
to
I look
flush
around
yourself.
like the hall
Mm-hmm.
outside the bathrooms?
It seems like a solid, like heavy stonish metal wall.
God damn it. Okay. I have no idea what to do. Can you go to somebody else while I think?
Yeah. Going
Good
over to
job.
Dirk. Dirk, what you up to, buddy?
Um,
You were just chowing down on your food. Ezrin seems very happy. Is still chanting adventure a little bit. Even while he was munching on his food, you hear adventure. Alright.
I don't know. Just take a look around, I guess.
Okay.
Try to.
Yeah, around you, you do see the one of the odd figures from earlier sitting at a table now.
Ooh, what are you gonna do?
Go over.
Okay. Once you're on your way over, you see that figure get up and start heading towards the restroom direction.
Hi.
I kind of follow from a distance.
Okay.
Like less obvious following.
Yeah.
Stealthily
Uh,
follow.
You can kind of view down the hallway and you see him come out of the restroom and kind of like inquisitively like looking at the walls and the ceiling.
I'm just kind of like looking around the corner, like.
Stealth check.
Do I notice this?
Probably no.
Damn it.
So stealthy.
You're not looking for it. You're
5 on
looking against the walls.
investigation.
Yeah. You see him over there. Ezrin is kind of like peeking out his head a little bit too much and just like adventure.
Kind of shove him back. Like,
Do I? Okay.
You hear like little mumbles, but you figure it's just the crowd from the
Yeah.
leisure hall.
Okay.
Ezrin's just kind of nudging you, just like we should go over there. He seems cool. He seems like an adventurer.
we don't know who that is.
He seems like an adventurer. Dirk, you're an adventurer. You
Just
should
a
get along
shady
with the other
figure,
adventurers.
okay? We don't know.
Dirk, he's an adventurer.
You don't know this.
He's an adventurer. Did you look at his clothes? Those are fancy clothes, and he's wearing a cloak. All the cool guys wear cloaks.
Coolest kid in school.
Dirk, he's an adventurer.
That doesn't mean anything.
Dirk. Then I would say at this point you do hear like a weird grumbling kind of animalistic sound.
I look where it's coming from. I guess.
Like you're kind of outside the hallway area.
Are they clearly looking at me at this point, or are
No.
they just like in there? Okay,
No.
I'll ignore it then.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
you do notice like Dak will look at you ever so slightly, then just kind of get back to the inquisitive work.
I'm just gonna kind of stand there
Okay.
watching.
You're just staring right at him now.
No, like
Okay.
casually, like leaning against the wall, like
Mm-hmm.
occasional glance.
I see this, I presume.
Yeah.
What do you want?
You from around here?
Does it matter?
I'm just wondering.
Nobody just wonders.
Well, I just did, so I guess somebody does.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
you hear Esmond driving. He's just like, he seems cool, adventurer. You hear like a grumbling, kind of draconic sounding tone.
That a dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it away.
So, what brings you here?
You see Ezrin kind of lunge forward and like roar at him a little bit, like kind of jokingly, but like it comes off like a little bit like threatening to you.
I'm not scared. I'm just like, stop.
No.
Stop it. Stop it out.
So, you like a traveler?
None of your business.
Well,
I think it's all his business.
maybe I'll make it my business.
I'd like to see you try.
Oh,
Whoa.
is that a challenge?
No, it's just a statement of fact.
I don't actually say. Is that a challenge?
Challenge? So uncharacteristic.
So, do you know much about this place?
Are you just not getting the hint, or what?
Maybe I just don't want to take the hint.
Go away.
Do you have a reason for not wanting me to be here?
Nothing that you need to know.
Well, maybe I want to know.
I pull up my
Hey, then you need to talk louder or talk more into the mic.
Maybe I want to know.
Not like this. Hey.
I don't give a shit what you want. Go away.
I kind of just
Ezrin is kind of like stomping his feet, looking at you and making more grumbling
I'm just
noises.
ignoring Ezrin at this point.
I just kind of sit down.
Wait. Can you give a description of any of them? Like what? Like did they not? Get burned off or
Oh
something?
yeah.
Literally, I have no idea what this guy
yeah,
looks
Zach,
like.
explain how you look.
Okay,
I totally forgot about that.
I am a
Interaction. I'm like, I literally can't.
I am a air genasi, despite what it says on the stream.
Does this say anything?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm slated.
uh,
Oh yeah, I'm Hayden.
Say it.
By the way.
Max, but not Max. If that's still there.
that's still there
It's
too.
still there.
Dang it. Okay.
Okay. My player name is Ben. I am a air genasi rogue named Dakut or Dak, evidently. I like kind of dark cloak, a few like pockets for stuff, hood, though it's not up right now.
What has it got in its pockets? Is
Daggers.
So done with this.
Fairly young.
So air genasi, like what color skin and hair and
It's like grayish skin.
the typical dark
like,
hair with white hair. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I can picture it.
Fairly emo teenager.
Switch to one side.
Much edge.
Yeah. And you?
Oh, I have like brown hair. I'm a human, by the way. In real life, for the most part, and in character. And I have scale armor.
On?
Yeah.
In the leisure hall.
Yes.
Okay.
You never know when you'll need it.
Bizarre encounter.
Oh, and I have a dragon friend, obviously.
Yeah.
Introduce your friend or not?
Oh, his name is Ezrin.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
you guys are kind of looking at each other, sizing each other up. This bidding match. Ezrin takes another step forward and is kind of like, this time it's a bit more of a vicious roar at you.
Why is it roaring at me?
Why don't you ask?
Hayden, what you're Dirk, what you're actually hearing is you're hearing Esmond just being like, oh, he's so cool. Oh my goodness. Like he's fanboying out right now, but it sounds like he's just like roaring at the top of his lungs.
How would I?
At this time you guys are starting to get like a few people like looking into the hallway about this commotion.
At people, with people looking in, I'll just like walk out.
Okay.
Get him!
It don't bite.
I just kind of keep an eye out,
Okay.
looking at, watching you.
Yeah.
Always watching.
Were any other people watching wearing black cloaks?
No.
Every single one.
Are there people in the study with black cloaks still?
Not really, actually.
Fuck.
I pull out a black cloak.
And nobody else in the leisure hall?
Just pulls black cocoa with gold trim on and puts it on.
You see one, but it's a very reflective black cloak that you don't think would line up at all.
Fuck.
It'd be great if I knew what cloak I was wearing. Just a normal brown cloak, I hope.
Well, shit. That was not what was supposed to happen.
Huh.
Oh, okay.
You should have gone to the restroom with them.
Yeah, right. Not suspicious.
Oh, what are
But
you
what is
talking about?
suspicious at this point?
Going to the restaurant with somebody after I slowly
Stand out.
falling down.
I stand out. I can only assume you stand out as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'm trying not to stand out, but I very clearly
Yeah,
do.
it's just like, I go over and we start talking,
You
and then
know
it's like a
respect
dragon
everybody.
starts roaring at you. People will be like, "What's that?"
You're the only one that really should stand out. Aside from you being a human, you're wearing full armor.
Yeah, you are wearing full armor.
You should stand out.
I'm
the
not
most.
taking
Like,
off
you should
my
have flocks of people around you.
scale armor.
I should
never
look
know.
pretty normal, kind of normal, just in a robe. You
Relatively normal.
You look really pale.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
People
Where
like
you,
sell you sunscreen.
what are you doing, Dak? Dackett.
Okay. Well, I guess the only other place of interest nearby is the Iron Foundry itself. So I'll head there.
Okay.
I follow from a distance, like a big distance.
A big distance.
I just
It's not that far,
imagine.
it's one hall away.
I just imagine Dirk in like a black trench coat now, and just like standing in the background looking.
And I have my armor underneath the coat, just like, and then Ezra just behind me, like.
Yeah, so once you finally get into the Iron Foundry, you see a man kind of like hoisted or kind of like leaned over a metal fence there a little bit, kind of pulling up a rope.
Scare him so he falls in.
Was underground mentioned to me, or am I imagining that?
You were, yeah, nothing was mentioned. No.
Okay.
Well, because you'd be on the far side, right? If you just see him from a distance, some guy just pulling up a rope.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to picture it, that's all.
Okay. Nobody in black cloaks.
No. Most of the people in there are like talking on radios and running the foundry and seeing molten metal be poured and talking to each other.
Okay. I'll head over to the guy
Okay.
hoisting
Which
up
guy?
the rope.
Pouring metal guy or rope guy?
Rope guy. What's down there?
A cave.
Anybody ever go there?
Why are you so curious?
Suspicious.
Yeah, someone just went down there.
Shove him in. Shove him
Did
in.
they have a black cloak on?
I don't know. They were wearing a cloak.
Was it black?
Son, I just told you I don't know. I've been
It
on
was
the
like
clock for like 12 hours at this point. I'm exhausted. I'm sorry.
It could have been a
Okay.
dark gray.
Could you get me? Oh no, I don't need you.
Oh,
You don't.
Let me look
Jump in,
up
I
how.
dare you.
that hurts.
Okay. Hold on. Let me look
Just jump.
up how the.
Oh wait, no,
spell
he has
works.
levitate
Oh wow.
as an
Is
air
levitate a rope?
genasi. As an air genasi.
Oh. No, that's not until
No, that's
later?
first level.
It's first level? I thought
Yep.
it was like second.
Does that save you?
Well, either way.
It doesn't look
If I
Or level
jump
three.
in
Doesn't
and
say.
I land on
Uh,
you while you're levitating, will you be able to levitate with me?
Not worth it. Water genasi is where it's at. You get poison resistance and control water for free. Profit.
Okay.
Same with fire.
So-
Fire's like super not useful. Kind of useful.
Okay, I'm going down.
What?
I'm going down.
Okay.
I take a run, jump kind of to the middle, and cast levitate.
Dang it. Okay.
But for an
You
entire
see
mile?
that?
How is it gonna?
Do a dex save.
Why?
From
Because
Mile
if the
High.
guy's gonna try to
my-
grab you as you jump over this railing.
That would be rude.
No, it's not.
16. Or no, not 16. 14. Math.
Dak, think of it this way. A man's job
Yeah,
is to work in
he-
a foundry. And
he-
he's the guy jump
Yeah,
in
you
the
get a running
mile-deep
start,
hole.
jump into it, and he just grabs your leg.
Oh,
And he's just
no.
kind of holding you there, but
Oh,
you're
no.
floating in midair, so he's like really confused.
Let go of me.
Why are you going down there?
I want to see it.
Why?
None of your business.
This is my
Do I just
factory.
see
It's
this?
my
Just like-
business. And he starts pulling you back over.
I just walk
Fuck.
in and he's just floating there, and he's like a balloon or something. Like
Yeah, I would say at this point, Dirk, you probably like finally turn the corner and see like him floating in midair and another man grabbing his leg and like pulling him back over onto the ground.
suspicious behavior.
Ezra's just like, he can fly too. You're kidding.
Magical.
Can I bring myself up?
Huh?
Yeah, you're gonna bring the man with you.
Okay.
Okay, you start going up. He's holding on to you.
Do you want to go down too?
No.
Then I suggest you let go.
He pulls out a radio. He says, "Jimmy, close the hatch." And metal. You hear
Can I
a metal.
shake him off?
Yeah, but you hear a metal door like clang shut.
God damn it.
Yeah, you can. Actually, it'll just probably just be him if you want to try to shake him off. Yeah, he falls.
I pull off my crossbow.
I wasn't up very high
Just in
either,
case.
so it's not.
But over a mile-deep pit.
He wasn't over the pit. He was over the.
Yeah,
And the hatch closed either
Okay.
way.
Oh, the
Yeah.
hatch closed. Okay.
Wait, how does this even work? I'm looking at it now. Sorry.
Wait, is it like instant close?
What?
Is it like instant close?
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna bother that now. Sorry.
Well, you guys are useless. I leave.
Okay.
Wait,
I,
the close
I stashed my
is
crossbow
the
away,
hatch
and I'm just like,
above the hole, or is it like further in the hole?
It's a little bit into the hole. It's probably like 5 feet into the hole.
Okay. I'm trying to break it, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, so Dirk and Ezrin, you both see him just kind of get yelled at. You hear a large metal clank. You saw a man kind of fall a little bit, not really get that hurt. Stands back up. And then you see the strange figure like running out of the room angrily.
Like,
No.
I
In an-
storm out.
in a temper tantrum. right?
Literally storming out.
Yeah.
Only Genasi puns. The best.
Yeah.
I follow from a distance.
Do I notice this yet?
Yeah, I would probably
Do
say
I
at this
see the
point
hatch close?
that it's so far
Far out.
down that you wouldn't.
Did you feel like a tiny white speck just goes
Yeah.
over? Okay. I'm like, wow.
And plus you have your light on, so like it's even harder to tell at this point.
Okay.
Do you
yeah.
hear the echo?
Like, do I hear the clanging?
Yeah, you
Like,
could
I
hear the
go-
clang. Yeah.
So I look up. Shit.
Yeah, you do notice Dirk and Ezrin kind of following you around though.
From a distance.
Can I try to lose them in like the streets?
Yeah, there's not really
We've
like
established
the-
one giant hallway. Basically.
they're kind of like open, like they're
There's no like
We're
side
not-
streets or
we're not in a
something.
city.
not really, not for a far distance. Like most of it is just like buildings that are fairly like spaced out.
Can I try to lose them in the crowd, or is there not?
Not one anymore.
I'm
Stop with it.
gonna follow you to the ends of the air. Or whatever this planet
Why?
is.
Both of you guys, from being outside the foundry, you do hear a large like thud against metal, and then you hear the man earlier saying, "Wait! You can't go down there," and then it cuts off before he even finishes that sentence.
Wait, who says this?
The man that they were talking to that pulled Ben back in, or pulled Dak back in.
Like, okay, can I loop back around and see what happened?
Dirk, what are you doing?
Ezrin
is like adventure, and he like wiggles his eyebrows at you.
I'm gonna go back and quickly, and even though the distance between
Okay.
That's my-
Yeah, and Jason, I would also say you do hear like commotion up above, and you hear like a large like bang noise.
Okay. Just
yeah.
muffled voices. Okay.
Basically,
Muffled.
whenever you guys look in, you see a large like crater where the entrance to that little pipe was. The man is down on the ground. He has a major cut in like his lung area.
His lung?
His lung area, yeah, like right along the side of his chest.
Okay. I'm gonna go down the hole.
Yeah, and you see a whole bunch of people like really confused. There's chiefs and all that kind of stuff like radioing in, and there's a couple people like running up to help him and such.
I'll run up, just completely go over not over probably, but past the guy, and I go down the hole.
Okay.
With levitate still cast.
Dirk and Ezrin, you both see him like just run over this body and then just go down the hole.
And I try to fall most of the way to get down there as fast as possible.
Okay.
You better hope it's not a mile-long hole. Because that's dead.
Gosh. So does the guy seem okay? Like, I mean, aside from being...
It's a fairly large gash, and he's not talking or anything. His eyes are closed.
So he's dead.
He's bleeding out heavily right now, at the very least.
Is he getting help, though? Like,
yes, there are
okay.
people helping him.
I'm gonna look down the hole.
Okay. Yeah, you see the strange figure slowly descending down. It's just like a brief speck in the darkness right now.
Should I jump onto
Good luck.
I drop a torch down.
Just a flaming staff above you.
Do you light the torch?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So I can, like, see.
Ben, make a dex check.
No, it's you out.
Okay.
That's not that bad.
Saving throw or check?
Check.
Check.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, you just see a little torch.
Can I follow the torch and see how far down
You're
it
following.
is?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, you're following, but it's gaining.
With my eyes.
You're following it, but it has a bit more speed than you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I notice how far down it?
It seems like it keeps on going down. Like you're not even halfway, assumingly.
Okay. Cool.
Is there any rope at the top that I could probably use to get
Yeah,
down?
there's the remnants of the rope from Jason earlier.
Remnants.
Yeah, like it's there, but like no one's like hooking it up or anything like that.
It's chickered up.
Would it work without, like, anyone at the top?
You would need someone to like gradually lower you down. Otherwise, you just have a string of rope and you're falling.
Then you're in the same boat he is in. Where literally just you're falling to a rope, but you're falling.
Hey, I have levitate.
Yeah, but that doesn't save you though.
Are
I
you
can slow my
investigating the
fall.
hole?
Yeah.
No, sorry.
Make a dex saving throw.
Be warned, I do not value good life.
That's,
You just hate each other.
I don't hate him. I just like.
Like, you just-
15.
Better than this. No.
No, I got 17.
17. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Ezrin shoves you into the hole.
Wow. Honestly, I should have seen it coming.
Yeah,
He's
you
like,
just
wants to murder me.
You just feel his head behind you, like just completely headbutt you in, and then you see him dive after you. He's just like adventure as you guys are falling, and then you hear this echo all the way down the tunnel.
Well-
You hear this grumbling noise.
I'm going as fast or like faster than
Faster.
them, right?
No,
Yeah, you're
at the same speed.
Yeah, you're
Yes,
going the
same
same, but you do hear it like echo all the way down as this weird grumbling noise that you very distinctly remember from earlier.
I sigh.
Jason, at the bottom, you hear a whole bunch of like commotion and such, and you hear this grumble. And once it gets down to the cave, it echoes and distorts in every which direction. And you're not sure if it's from multiple sources at this point, if it even came from that hole, because it's so distorted in this cave.
Is it like an adjacent hole, or is it like?
It is the same hole.
So what shut then over the hole?
A little latch did.
Okay.
Yeah, but
There was
then
a
someone
hatch,
just
then it was
busted
broken
into
through.
it.
Oh. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna like flick my hood down just so I can hear better because that makes no sense. At least mine like and kind of like look around, like swing the light a bunch of places.
Yeah.
Like, is there like a general direction that I can head down?
Yeah, it goes straight down.
Okay.
Like,
So I just like, I guess continue walking.
okay.
But like I'm not gonna stick around.
Yeah, I would say that you're probably walking off for like 2 minutes and then you land on the
Okay.
bottom.
Dex check
Torch is kind of just like sitting there, and you like precariously like step around it.
As like the light comes down, I'll slowly start to levitate myself down.
Yeah.
And land.
That makes more sense.
Yeah,
So that's how levitate works.
You see a cave around you. You still hear this grumbling noise getting distorted in this cave and echoing.
Do I see footprints or something?
Yeah, you can, and kind of like this dusty surface, you do see footprints, and you can also, like far down the cave, you can see some like set of lights.
How many sets of footprints?
Just one set.
Okay, cool. I'll follow the set.
And probably about like 5 minutes or so after you land, then Hayden gets there, or Dirk and Ezrin get there, and as you guys are about to like splat the floor again, like Ezrin teleports you, and then you kind of tumble and fall to your feet.
We need to have a talk about pushing people.
Sure.
That's dangerous. Don't push people.
I told you, we're not gonna die yet. Everything's fine.
But someone else might die.
No one does right now.
If you're sure.
What about the guy with his lungs cut out?
Oh!
Nobody important.
Yeah, but Hayden, you see 2 like sets of footprints, and you see some lights down the cave and such.
Is my torch still there?
Both of you guys do hear like Hayden's voice or Dirk's voice kind of echo down it, and then followed by some more grumbling and such.
Don't push people. Is my torch still there? Is it burnt out?
Your torch is there, yeah.
I'm gonna pick it up and follow the footprints.
Okay. Yeah. I would say all of, or yeah, Dax.
Oh yeah, I light a torch.
It's slowly converting to Drax. Dak can look back, and you do see light behind you. Okay. And then I would say the same thing about Jason. Jason, you can see light behind you as well.
I'll need to light a torch as well.
Jason, you come to a T intersection. So there's a path to the left and a path to the right. One seems like it almost has like moisture in it. The other one seems as if it's like plant life.
Like just like a damp cave wall.
Yeah, but as you're getting closer, like generally the atmosphere is now a little bit more damp, and the walls are getting a little bit more reflective too. Temperature is getting a little bit cold. Overall, it's a fairly dark place. Not really sure what is down with either ones.
Okay. Do I sense like any primal forces, any abnormalities, differences?
Yeah, you actually do. You sense a very distinct one in the walls.
It's everywhere.
Not. It's like jumping around in the walls.
Ooh.
That's different. Okay. So I have one with vegetation, and I have one with moisture.
Yeah. I would probably say at this point, like, you just kind of like looking at them and like sensing and just trying to get along with the primal forces that Dak like sees you at this point.
Okay. I guess I'll like head off down the vegetated one.
Okay.
Does he have a black cloak?
Yes.
Is it golden?
No. Also reflective.
The trolley cloak.
Who are you?
He just went down.
Yeah. I'm gone.
I can call after
chase
you.
after, he's gonna catch up to you and deal with
Yeah,
this.
he just walks by. He goes. You also see the same thing, like a very damp room with like moisture and precipitation on the walls, and one that has vegetation and such.
Okay. I follow after him.
Okay. Are you like yelling at him or just following silently or what?
Wait, is the cloak that he has similar to the other ones I saw?
Perception check.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do a perception for that. It's dark down here.
I have a torch lit, and so does he.
That still doesn't mean you have perfect vision.
Screw you. 14.
Yeah, you think it's similar design to the other cloaks that you saw.
Okay. God damn it. I'll just follow.
Okay. You're not saying anything, or?
No.
Okay. Dirk, I would say that you finally get down there. You do hear them like yelling at each other, like, "Hey, slow down," and stuff like that. But they just kind of go off, and you can tell which direction they went. You also hit this little T intersection of the plants and the moisture and such.
I follow.
Okay. Ezrin is kind of jumping up and down as you're going, and he's just like, adventure, adventure. And then Jason and Dak both hear this kind of grumbling sound again, getting distorted as it goes throughout the cave.
Know it though.
Yeah.
I know Draconic. So, like, can I tell or no?
Oh, yeah, you could
know
hear
Draconic.
adventure being chanted.
Okay.
Though it does kind of, with the distortion, it kind of sounds like it's slurred.
It's echoey. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as you guys are going along.
Yeah, if you don't have it down, I know Draconic and Elvish.
Oh.
Or Elvish.
Yeah, I forgot about the Draconic. Okay. Yeah, but as you're going down here eventually, you hit this, like, dome, like, area. It's this large opening in the cave. Inside, at the bottom of this kind of dome situation, you see, like, a lot of plant life, a little pond, whole bunch of various plants and berries and fruits. These weird bugs that are creating light down here. Very, like, bright, like you walk into here and it's like flashes of light and such.
Like fireflies?
Much intenser.
Oh.
Like, this whole room is illuminated by probably like 20 of these things.
You
Big
cannot
boy
believe your eyes,
fireflies.
No, they are as small as fireflies, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but you guys get there.
Are there more people?
No, there are not any more people.
Alright.
But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different cave exits.
On top of the one, or including this one?
Not including this one.
From where he is?
No, well, you guys got there at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, he's closely behind you.
Okay.
So there's just 7 entrances, exits in front of me. Okay.
Yeah, and then this large kind of weird forest in the middle of a cave.
Wait, do I notice him, or did I make my decision and go before you showed up? And he kind of just like caught me?
Well, he said something to you, and then you just kept walking.
No, I'm saying, like, was it like as like
You-
I was
you-
standing there, I made my decision, and I went, and then he kind of yelled after me because he caught me going, or was I already like?
I would say that he caught you going. Like, you're aware of him being there.
Okay, so I just like I know he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which is the can I try to go down the cave? I like go into the room and go down the cave exit that would get closest to the leisure hall. Would I be able to keep track of that?
Survival check disadvantage.
Anything lower than a 6
Sits.
plus anything.
Yeah,
No.
not really sure which direction. You think it might be straight?
Okay. Is straight is my best option. I'll try to stealth straight.
What are you stealthing from?
I guess him.
I know you're there.
Like-
Well, yeah, but you might not know where I'm going.
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in a completely
Not like-
illuminated place with very minimal, like,
Okay.
foley, so...
I don't like make my presence known. Though.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, you see him just tread right through this little forest area and go into that cave.
And also,
You do notice that as you go by these glowing lights, the heat that they're giving off is quite intense. Like, not quite burning level, but, like, it's hot.
okay, great. I don't care.
You're gonna care.
I realize that.
You will be eaten alive.
I realize that. Dak does not realize that.
Okay. So me, him, who? What?
Jason.
Jason. Okay. Cool. So, do I notice any like changes? Because I know like it was all around me before, like kind of in the walls.
Mm-hmm.
Do I notice any different forces or stronger?
It
levels?
keeps looping all over the place.
All over the place. All over the place.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me like help me frame this. So I walked into a room basically with a bunch of exits.
Bunch of exits and a curved floor that leads down into this kind of like mini valley that has a whole bunch of vegetation and such in it. And creatures that produce a lot of light. Like the entire room is illuminated.
In the forest area.
Yes.
So it's like exits with a forest in the center.
Yeah.
I guess I'll like decide to go into the forest because I don't really see the point of leaving.
Okay. So once you're in there, you also notice that these creatures are giving off an intense amount of heat. They don't seem vicious or anything. They're just kind of buzzing around. You can see them like playing with each other and such.
Okay, I'm gonna like pack up my cloak, and, like
Yeah.
fold it away, just because like it is getting super warm.
Yeah.
So I'm just in whatever
Mhm.
robe design.
Dirk, I would say that you finally catch up and you see Jason kind of like exploring this forest area. And you probably get like a very brief glance of the light of Dak going in the straight path.
Wait, do we need a torch or anything like that now, or is it
Not
so
now,
fully
no.
lit
No,
that-
once
okay.
you're in this forest area,
So, I'll put the flashlight away.
Yeah,
in my
it's
bag
com-
as well.
Does the straight path is that lit up?
no, it is not lit up.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
If only I had dark
Wait, so
vision.
you're going. Wait, oh shit, a map. Okay. So like, so you're going past where I'm going through it
I'm going past you.
into the thing. I'm
into
just
the thing
in the little
across.
forest area. You're trying
Yeah.
to get. Wait, so it's need to get through it? I'm trying to just.
Yeah,
It's not like an actual like meadow with like slight shrubs.
Okay.
Yeah, and he just walks right through.
Give you like a weird look as I'm passing.
Okay. Okay, man. Whatever you say or don't say, for that matter.
Yeah, but Ezrin is kind of nudging you there. He's just like adventure, adventure, adventure. They look like cool people.
I look at him.
You hear this?
I hear this.
Hi.
Funny dragon friend you have there. Although I don't know what a dragon is. Funny thing you have there.
Dak, you also do hear this echoing grumbling
You know
noise
what?
still.
You know Draconic, but you don't know what a dragon is.
No.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I probably know.
No,
I've
no,
never
because-
seen.
Yeah, and Draconic's also like a magic language.
Of dragons.
No.
No, a lot of spells are written in Draconic.
Dragon spells.
Okay.
What is a dragon spell?
One that's written in Draconic.
I've learned how to read Draconic through the studies I had at Codifier, but I do not know what a dragon exactly looks like.
Yeah.
I have a
It's
picture of it on-
ridiculous.
I don't know what his dragon looks like.
I
I know what
That-
a dragon
Yeah.
looks like.
No, but how do I know like exactly
Oh,
what
yeah.
a dragon looks like?
Yeah, I didn't explain Ezrin. Ezrin is this yellowish dragon that has very like kind of prismatic scales. You see glints of blue and pink coming off of his scales. He has two horns on his head, kind of small little stubs right now, but you can tell that they're still growing. Relatively small. His wings seem large compared to his body. The like material in between his wings, it seems quite like rigid, almost leather-like.
Okay.
He has
Funny dragon friend you have there.
yeah, he has pink eyes.
What brings you down here?
Well, I felt like I need to go. I was tasked to look underground in this.
Dak now hears this conversation going. Like you hear echoes of this conversation going on.
I'll listen in, but I'll continue walking.
It gets more and more distorted as you walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't care that much.
I'm just making my way down here, I guess.
Cool.
Looking for a place for my people. Apparently, it's down here.
Sounds interesting.
I guess it would be interesting, like an adventure. I guess I would say. I've been off for the first time.
Ezrin like perks up. He's like, adventure?
Does Eswin know common?
What?
Everything knows common.
Oh no. Oh.
What do you
Oh no. Ezrin doesn't know common. No, Ezrin knows Draconic.
just Draconic?
Yeah.
Like you make a face, Ashton looks up.
yeah. So like you see Dirk swell up, and Ezrin's just like looking at him like, why are you getting so angry?
Did he say adventure?
Don't say that word.
Say what word? First time off planet, it would be an adventure. Or
Bye.
a journey.
I walk
I'm definitely on a
and hit
vacation.
in the direction that you want.
Ezrin is like asking you like, Dirk, why are we leaving? He seems nice.
We have to find out.
You
what
also hear what he's saying.
It's like, I guess I would seem nice too. Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, boy.
But Dirk,
And he's leaving.
Dirk, adventure,
Good luck with your exploration.
He wants
adventure,
an
Dirk.
adventure. I say the Draconic.
Ezrin like perks up. He's just like, Dirk. He said adventure,
Adventure is this way.
but he said adventure. He's new. I don't know him. I know you, Dirk. He's new. Adventure. He kind of like runs around in circles. He's just like adventure, adventure, adventure.
The adventure that I will be taking, I will be part of, is one that is going this way.
Why are you so interested in me?
Secretive.
It's secretive. You guys literally have not like. Okay, he's every reason to be suspicious. So do you. I don't know why you don't care. It's,
then make an intelligence saving throw.
You're gonna die because you didn't stay with us.
Probably.
That's a 16.
Intelligence. That's an unnatural 20.
Natural 20.
Dang
Okay.
it.
Ooh, plus
Didn't
4
die.
intelligence. Nice.
Yeah, boy.
There's this weird kind of like, not quite grumbling, but harsh, distorted tone that briefly goes into your head. No words are said or nothing, but it just sounds like white noise, heavily distorted.
Okay. I'll continue onwards.
Okay, give me another intelligence saving
Oh
throw.
my fucking gosh.
Maybe you should go back.
Click. No.
9.
Oh.
Yeah, that time you hear,
Go away. Why?
no response. Though I will say, as someone that is often not intimidated, there is a very strong air of eeriness in that tone.
I'll continue onwards.
Oh my god.
He continues on. After about like another 5 minutes, give me another intelligence saving throw.
You're gonna die.
Disadvantage this time.
You're gonna die.
He's gonna like implode.
He's just gonna.
7.
You're just gonna like.
I was doing good.
It will,
Go away, or you will meet your death.
Bit dark.
And whenever he says death, it sends like a chill down your spine. You're not sure, like, your body is reacting to the fear. You are not, though.
Is your power word fear?
Okay. In that case, I'll continue forward cautiously.
oh wow.
I need to do
So
the thing.
smart.
I'm super curious what your
You're
character,
just gonna
like,
die.
beliefs are.
You're just gonna die.
die.
Well, I liked your character, but
I didn't know your character.
Okay.
me neither really.
Yeah,
But
you're walking.
I want to do the thing.
You're slowly walking forward.
This is where I think the thing is.
You take suddenly you take one step and your entire environment goes black.
Oh, great.
You're
dead.
like in an abyss. You can see
Oh,
yourself,
gosh.
but everything around you can't see.
oh no.
Yeah.
He has
No,
it.
no noise.
Yeah, I
Even
know.
when, like, you try like making noise or your breath or anything like that, you don't hear it.
We didn't need this in
Okay.
our life.
We need
Torch.
a double-edgy character.
Just gone
okay?
or
Like,
out?
Out. Snuffed. No
Uh,
smoke.
Snuff, no smoke?
Yep.
Okay. Can I try to turn around.
Oh my god.
It's
too late
doesn't
for that.
seem like the right way.
Make a survival check.
I feel this
It's
like against-
literally turning 180 degrees.
You're now in abyss and you have no reference points.
like you had them before, but
I'm sure I can figure
roll
out
the
180
index.
degrees based off my body. 10.
Yeah, you think you turn around? Do you just start walking?
I have nowhere else to go.
Okay.
you
Yeah.
walk into a fist.
Probably.
You're just walking for a while. So back to Dirk and Jason. As you guys are kind of talking, all the other paths suddenly like stone doors like slam down.
You're
All of
welcome.
them?
Except the one going forward.
Do I notice anything different?
I go forward.
Actually, on
Like, is it centrally like now?
wait, what
like,
language do you speak?
Draconic, Elven, Common.
Dirk.
Abyssal,
Oh,
Elvish,
yeah, you know this.
Draconic.
No, on all the doors, it says there's a specimen in the cell.
In that one.
Specimen.
It doesn't say it doesn't like say a specific thing. It just says the cell.
Do you say this? Are you leaving still?
As
There's
Renan
only
kind of
one
looks
way
up
to
and he's
go.
just like, Dirk, what is everything okay? Dirk,
I say really creepily. The specimen is in the cell.
Dirk, creeping me out here.
I'm just reading what it says.
Oh, okay. Well, why didn't you just say that and not say creepy? Dirk, you're a jerk. You know that. Jason hears this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like. I don't deal with people. I'm just gonna like make a way to that central, like quickly briskly walk past this little meadow thingy and into that one thing. Do I notice? Is it like centralized now? Any trauma forces at all compared to before?
Yeah,
Or
actually
everywhere?
straight down that tunnel right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take out my dark saber.
Yeah, after a while you see this familiar figure kind of walk out aimlessly, kind of trying to keep its balance and everything, and you see this weird black glob like creature on the back of its head.
God, we did not need this in our life.
I don't need double edgy.
The skin is kind of like scored a little bit as if it's like a weak acid around it.
Okay. Doesn't look very good. I said like kind of like just to myself.
Yeah.
Unless you can hear me, I have no idea. How far?
No. Ezrin kind of looks up. He's just like, Dirk, that doesn't look good. Dirk.
I call it my rapier.
Dirk, what is the sword gonna do against a glob?
So the glob is on, like, what is it?
It's on the back of Dak's head right now.
Take my rapier. I'm like,
Rapiers don't work like that.
I can cut it off.
Rapiers aren't sharp. They're poking.
I'm walking.
Well, I try and trip you.
Yeah, do it Dex with advantage.
There we go.
Okay, that's great.
22.
Yeah. You feel yourself just like fall forward, and you just feel yourself falling.
Like continuously, or do I hit?
Yeah, like continuously.
Sorry.
You're tripping out.
Literally.
Okay.
Yeah. This globulous kind of thing on the back of Dak's head is kind of like shifting and morphing and just kind of moving. Like you can tell it's like some sort of like reaction, or it's living, or something along those lines.
Is levitate still on?
No, not this one.
Damn it.
Ezrin's is just looking at it. She's like, what if I eat it?
Don't do that. Please.
He like sticks out his tongue a little bit.
Push him back. Like,
Do it.
okay, then I'm gonna put my
Take
rapier
dark
away.
saber and like poke at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you forcefully poke it lightly, or what are you doing?
I'm just gonna not
Like if you
inquisitively poke the objects that you
Poke it with a stick.
if you poke it, do you think like it would like tear skin? Like, is it that heavy or light?
like putting pressure on it, like not tearing skin.
You want to cut something with it, is what I'm getting at.
No.
Okay,
not
yeah.
yet,
Yeah, you
because if I don't like, I'm assuming like
You poke it and it reacts like kind of like jello. You poke it, it moves in one direction, it slowly shifts back and then go back.
poke it hard.
Okay, you kind of like puncture it, and you see like this like black liquid slowly pour out.
Do I?
Delicious.
Yeah, slowly your world comes back into view as you see like patches of the real world showing in, and then you realize that you're on like the ground.
What the fuck?
Yo, you got like some mad disease on your head, bro.
See, this is why.
And then suddenly the door that you came in from and the door straight down shut.
Okay, well, good.
And you can tell on it says all contaminants contained.
Oh, that's us.
I'm a contaminant. Well, I can't read that though.
Wait, what
No,
language?
you would know that. Do you know Abyssal?
No.
You no longer sense the primal energy coming down that corridor. You sense it in like all the doors almost.
Again, around all the doors.
Yeah.
Can I like walk up to the door and like look at it and inspect it?
Yeah.
To see like if it is it like just like a hazy glow around.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a hazy glow. Do an investigation.
Okay.
While he's doing that, I kind of feel the back of my head.
15
This is a advantage.
with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. What? 15.
Okay. Yeah, this is a Hody ward.
Okay. Cool.
Like these are like the kind of wards that like they keep in like forbidden parts of the library and stuff back at the temple.
Oh.
and like
jeez.
grandmaster's quarters and such like that. Like these things, no one knows how to break them.
So I'm kind of just stuck in a tunnel.
Yeah,
Okay,
to
cool.
your belief, you're just stuck in this little room.
I'm gonna kind of like excited to see or to recognize it, just because I'm in a new place. So I'm gonna like, kind of like, jet past them down the hallway.
Well, you guys
no,
are
not jet past. Like,
no, you guys are in this little center shrubbery area.
All the doors are closed.
Yeah.
oh, in the shrubbery area.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I thought we were
yeah.
in the freak. Okay.
No,
never
no,
mind. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
Okay. I feel the back of my head, like, stuff. What's there?
Extremely like wet, and as you touch this black liquid, it like stings a little bit.
Oh.
But like you still feel the back of your head and everything.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut that rest thing off.
Is there still like stuff?
It's like the hard like fleshy bit of it is still like kind of like stuck to your head.
Can I try to?
Yeah, you could like slowly peel it off, but it hurts like all heck.
I just do it.
Okay.
I guess.
Make a pulling goopy stuff off the back of the head.
Oh, great.
Check.
Poison damage if that affects it.
Nope.
Water genocide.
Mm-hmm. Can't fly.
Well, you get control water.
Like you can't fly.
It's not
And you
you
also
can-
don't get
it's
deaths
not fun.
bonuses.
What?
Yeah, but if
You don't get any deaths bonus.
I don't think any genocide gets a dex bonus.
There.
Yeah.
Do they? Okay, I thought it was like all like constitution.
No, con index is there. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't go down that hallway.
Aren't
That's my
they
suggestion.
closed?
Oh yeah.
You do hear the bright bugs starting to make a loud humming noise.
Oh.
And
pull out my rapier.
It's a fairly humid room that you're in right now, but you feel the temperature rising, and even a slight increment feels like it's scorching in here due to the humidity, and it's slowly just rising as these things are humming more.
Can I stab a bug?
You can make an attack with disadvantage.
Oh, my disadvantage.
Hitting
is
a
so
bug.
mean.
It's a bug, and you're trying to do it with like a dagger or something.
6.
11.
Yeah, you would hit it.
Okay.
Yeah, you hit it, it explodes, and basically this orange glowing liquid hits the ground and it just melts.
Like down.
Is it cooler
Okay.
in the room now?
The temperature's still rising. There's still a lot of these things in here.
I tried stabby one
Okay.
with my rapier.
Yeah, I would just say, no, like, you guys are probably going to fail a couple times and miss them, but you could probably get all of them. And Ezrin is still really tempted to eat one.
Do not consume.
I'm gonna try and can I do an investigation check to see if I see
Oh,
one more? Like...
Ezrin actually eats one.
Oh my god.
He seems just fine, though. Like, he eats it, and you're just like, oh no, Ezrin, what'd you just do? And you just say there, he's like, that was good. So, back to the adventure.
Can I do an
Should
investigation
I tie him up?
to see if that's
No.
the inward hoodie related structure?
Yeah.
within it?
Yeah.
Aside from just-
I would give you advantage now that you know this is Hody.
Okay, like aside from the doors. Investigation. 15.
You know the floor that you're sitting on is what the Hody call a meditation lock. Basically,
like the point where I'm standing in the meadow.
no, like this whole, like, the floor of this meadow. Like, basically, if you meditate and you can attune to the primal energy of this floor, you can manipulate how you want. And typically that means that there's something underneath.
Ooh, cool, neat.
So is it like melting through the floor?
Yeah.
Is there anything
Okay.
under the floor?
Yeah.
I mean, how far it's melted, you don't see anything. It still looks black.
Okay. I just want to like find a spot
Yeah.
to kind of just chill because I don't want to deal with the bugs.
Yeah.
I couldn't be bothered to deal with the bugs.
I can't be bothered.
I could not be bothered to
Yeah.
deal with the bugs.
Okay.
Say what you doing.
Are they near me? I can't tell. I thought I walked away to look at stuff.
They're just kind of walking around.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like open one eye, meditating.
Oh, is this some like weird meditation like
Yes, it's meditation.
Is this meditation?
What are you gonna do?
meditation one?
Meditate the bugs away?
You can deal with the bugs if you want to. I don't see the need to fight them.
how is this gonna help us?
It's hot.
Does killing the bugs make the temperature
Yeah, after you start getting like a significant number of them, it's still like fairly hot in here, but you do feel it like slightly going down.
Ooh, no, I have to take off my armor.
Is it possible to like gently just like push them away? Not like just like kablam,
I mean,
everyone flies across the room. But,
Are
like,
you do you have force push?
primal push?
Yeah, primal push.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that you could gently do it.
Can I just like sit down and just like begin to meditate?
Yeah.
And then just like if they get within like a bunch of feet, just
Yeah. I would say like they try to get in and they just feel like a solid force just slowly pushing them back.
yeah. Okay. So it'd be costing the 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So.
I begin to meditate.
Okay.
Yeah. After a while, you do remember basically the Grandmaster talking to you at one point, and she distinctly told you that if you were ever to go to her homeworld, you would have to remember the password Kezkik, which was her long lost husband.
Okay. Don't recall.
That's a bit obvious.
A bit obvious. Okay. Cool. I continue meditating.
Yeah. But yeah, after a while, you basically like leave your body, and you're in this kind of like room area that has a whole bunch of locks and such, and you see most of them just slowly getting like phantom keys put into them, turned, and then the lock just falls. And there's one last one that says, "What's his name?"
I guess, assuming that I know this information. I can do this really. Do I, like say it? It's like
Yeah.
Like within like, is it astral plane or not astral primal plane?
Not quite astral. You haven't gone into this before.
Okay.
Yeah, this is new to you.
Kind of like taken aback.
Yeah, but you say Keskin, and like the lock slowly like winds up, and then it just drops, and the door opens up. You come back to your normal body. All of you guys are like slowly descended down this very long pit, and then you come to the bottom, and in the middle, or no, you come down this very long pit. You land there, and then there's a fairly large hallway that seems to lead into an even larger opening.
What just happened?
What did just happen? That's a very good question.
As in just like
I'm pretty sure
adventure,
Stop saying that.
but dirt. It seems like fun over there. That was fun.
We'll check it out.
Wait, did you say there was a hallway?
Yes, there's a fairly large hallway that leads into an even bigger opening.
I cautiously go down the hallway
Yeah.
Okay.
with my rapier at the ready.
Yeah, once you go into there, you see this massive cave. Like, it has to be at least miles in diameter. But in the middle of it is this massive, like, pyramid-like structure that's held up on a few, like, stone stilts.
Okay. At this point, like I'm pretty comfortable.
Yeah.
With the space jump, so I sheathe my saber and kind of just like
Yeah, you recognize it right away to be an ancient Hodi temple.
I kind of like jog over
Mhm.
at a very very quick pace.
I'll go.
It's like a make
Follow.
I don't know, I can, like,
Once
make my
you-
way in.
Once you get to the door, you notice that the door's open. And, like, recent.
Okay.
Like, there's no wear and tear on the inside of the temple, only on the outside.
I guess I take my like saber out at the ready.
Okay.
As like if well no it's unnatural, like I would expect it to be closed.
Yeah, you would expect it to be locked down.
Okay. So
Would
yeah,
I
take my
recognize
saber out.
the temple? Could I roll? Okay.
No.
Weird building thing.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah,
is
and
this place?
Ezrin is kind of like jumping around and is following Jason as he goes up to the temple and is getting super happy. He's just like, Dirk, you know what I want.
I follow. Reluctantly.
He's getting super happy, running around in circles, like just bolting past people, flying a little bit, and just like doing like backflips and stuff in the air. Is just getting super happy.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Adventures sometimes hurt Dirk. Adventures are good. I told you, none of us are gonna die.
Well,
Jason, you do hear this.
Oh boy. What do you mean death? I don't want to die. There's no point in dying here.
Exactly. None
It
of us
should
are
be
gonna
safe.
die here. Trust me. Jason, whenever you hear this, you do hear like a certain air of like certainty. in
Like a definite. Okay.
yeah, like not like oh yeah no we're gonna be fine. It's like no we're gonna be fine.
I take note of that. Yeah, so I'm like, is it just walking into the temple?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so
Once you walk into the temple, the lights are on and everything. Like the candles are already like lit and all that kind of stuff. So like someone's been here definitely. And
do
as
I
you
notice anything?
notice footprints, like the classical Hody traps, like none of them are set off or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But you come into
Can I follow the footprint?
yeah. It's only one hallway right now.
And you're
Yeah.
obviously following me at this point, so
Yeah. And then you come to this large kind of circular opening in the middle of it, and you see a man sitting by this glowing obelisk. Yes, there's a black cloak and golden board. That's what you're about to ask, Ben.
Is he meditating or just standing there?
Yes, he's meditating.
Has he noticed us?
No.
He's meditating.
Okay. I pull out
I join him.
a dagger.
You join him
Oh.
meditating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
It's
adjacent.
kind of aggressive.
Yes, it is.
Ezrin kind of like walks up to you, Dirk, and he whispers, he's like, we need to protect the man.
I just kind of like
Which one?
I ready myself so that if he, do I see the dagger?
Yeah.
If he
I can't
makes
sleight of
any
hand it.
movement,
Well, yeah, I'll give you the sleight of hand.
That's a pretty solid.
24.
Yeah, you don't quite notice the dagger.
okay, I'm just ready to move.
Yeah, you do notice
I have
that
my
he is
rapier
taking like
ready.
a prepared stance, though.
Okay.
What? No.
I watched it, and I have my rapier like.
So are we
tighten my
facing
grip.
front or which way do we enter?
He is facing towards this glowing obelisk. You're from behind him.
Okay.
On this little glowing obelisk, you see this kind of red orb, almost like ruby like object sitting there. Jason, whenever you sit down to meditate, you get demented, terrible energy off of that red thing.
Horrible energy.
Like
Bad.
this is as if a grandmaster went insane. Levels of energy.
That's not good at all.
I walk forward towards the thing.
So my guess kind of like you can like just
I
bad
kind of-
energy, basically, just a whole lot of it.
Yeah, but like it like has like a physical like impact on your body. Like you want to like retch after like feeling this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing I snap out of it then. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm
you
actually stay-
yeah well no, I would say that you would stay in the you can stay in it if you want to, but you know it's there and you know it's just bad.
Okay. I kind of like back out of it just because it's unnatural.
Okay.
I step out of it.
Yeah, so you stumble back and you're just kind of looking at this man sitting there. Still hasn't taken notice to you or anything.
Can I walk up to the guy?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of shuffle forward.
I say, "Who are you?" to the guy and see if he snaps out of it, if any. At all.
Like
As he's doing
Once-
that, can I stab?
I'm not even sure how to handle it.
If he moves, I'm gonna try and parry.
Make an attack roll.
Okay. Attack roll. Surprise?
No, not surprise.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, it's not surprise.
Astral plane, baby.
Guess who just woke him up, you ding dong.
Ta-da. Okay. Dude, like,
He's bad.
how do you know he's bad?
I was told he's bad.
He's actually bad.
16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Hayden, make a dexterity saving throw. If you do a 16 or better, you block the attack.
Like, he's nowhere near me.
He said he was following by you.
Is
No,
this-
he said he shuffles
Oh,
forward.
okay.
That's not following by me.
Dex save.
Dex save. Okay, so that's.
I'm like up next to the guy.
Wait,
You
what's
just
our
want to kill
proficiency
him.
then?
I wonder why.
Constitution and
Yeah, I have
Dragonite, right?
Constitution and
Dex.
Dex. I thought it was Charisma.
I don't know. I forgot the class. It's been a while.
Wait, hold up. I can check that.
I know mine are dex saves and constant.
And that be.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
it's
never
Charisma.
mind.
Okay, so it's. Shoot, that's bad.
Oh no,
No.
I get advantage on that because he hasn't taken a turn in combat.
I'm going to use my luck.
No, you have assassin. Yeah, go ahead.
Assassinate.
I'm gonna use my luck,
Oh, okay.
my luckiness. Oh shoot!
That's
That's bad.
17.
Okay.
No, you can only use one.
And that means okay.
Yeah, that's
Don't you add it?
what?
Don't you add it
No,
to your
it's
roll?
just advantage. Shoot. This is a deck save. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's a 13. Or no, 14.
Sweet.
Yeah. You hit him with a dagger.
Okay.
Shoot.
Jason,
It's only a dagger.
you see this dagger plunge into him.
2
Whoa.
sneak attack. 7,
It's not a sneak
10.
attack. He's alert.
Oh no! If I get
No,
advantage.
assassin.
Oh, okay. You're on that.
7, 10, 13 damage.
Okay.
That should kill him.
Whenever you plunge your dagger into him, you get a very weird vision.
Okay.
Oh, how fun. Okay.
Basically,
what we're gonna
you from where you are, you're kind of like floating in this environment, and you see your grandfather standing up on a throne, and underneath him, basically in like the kingdom area, you see a whole bunch of men and women of all sorts of races getting shoved into like these pits almost by like what you would recognize as like strikers, slowly getting pushed into these pits, and every time you see one fall, you see it fall into the pit and a splurt of blood flies up, like it's
Oh.
an ocean of blood down there.
Great.
And then you see your grandfather basically saying, I need more, and they need to suffer more.
I try and stab Ben. Oh, that's I have proficiency. Cool. That's 16.
Does a 16 hit you, Ben?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
light armor
cool.
And then once Dirk hits you with this, you snap out of that vision.
Wait, with a rapier or
Rapier.
Oh, jeez.
It's not that much.
That's
Oh,
knocked.
that's
It's not. Redo it.
Yeah.
You hit a dice.
oh, okay, that's still 5. Wait. Yeah, 5.
Okay. That's 5
Okay.
damage.
That's not much, but
But you kind of snap forward. You kind of still have your dagger in this figure here, and then Dirk has his his rapier at you.
Ow.
back off.
Understatement.
Um.
No one should die
you
in a
hear the
temple.
man just kind of mumble, "It's okay, child. Just sit."
Did I get reason for the attack, or was I just told to?
You were just offered a large amount of money, said that he knew information that would destroy the universe.
Cool.
No details besides like what he looked like.
I asked the man what's the stone, like the red stone. It's a stone, right? Or what is it?
Yeah, but it's kind of like, it's weird because it's like an anamorphic stone that's like shifting and changing, but it's like metallic in nature.
Okay, I got an image. Okay, cool. It's like, what is it? I'm gonna like try and get back into
You
meditative
hear
state.
him just kind of mumble, "Sit, children, sit."
I go back to meditating.
I'm just
not even phased by the dagger.
yeah. Noticed.
So, you know.
Well, that and it's also been stabbed a lot.
Visibly confused, I'll just kind of collapse to the floor.
Okay. Are you just having a teenage breakdown right now?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll
You see Ezrin kind of sit down. Like Ezrin is like the most laid back creature you've ever met, and like you see him so affirmatively sit down.
I kind of drop casually.
Casually just pulled the sword out of me.
Sheath it. Actually, I wipe it on you in case there's any.
I'm just really like
And then I
confused,
sit
I
down.
guess.
So
Really
Relaxed.
dazed.
If you have traveled here so far, so long, how do you not know about the destruction we all hide?
still not looking at any of you guys, just looking at the stone.
I'm still confused. I have no.
I'm gonna try and go back in that meditative state to see.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the obelisk or looking at the stone. Like, what am I like?
You could look at either and still kind of get the energies. Like the energy from that stone is so intense that it's just radiating around.
Okay.
Yeah.
This whole universe, we have killed We have taken what we want, and we have fed false information to generations upon generations. You may think what you're doing is right. I may think what I'm doing is right. But none of us are. Because this stone was allowed to be created. These stones were allowed to be created. Do you know what this is? This is
No.
this is life. This is life of individuals who suffered right before they died. Their fear and their sorrow and their agony were absorbed and put in a solidified object. And we allowed this to happen. So you, my son, if you want to kill me, kill me. But know what your what your father is doing right now? That's what's going to destroy this whole place.
Ask him, who are you?
What?
Ask him again, like, who are you?
I guess I most commonly go by the name Zoram.
How'd you get into his place? It usually is only, I assume, only allowed for Hody to enter a temple.
My wife. She taught me a few things.
Okay.
You could say that I have basic Hodi practices, though kind of mixed in with my own form of magic.
Okay. I was tasked to find this place. Is there anything else in this building I should be aware of?
No, I know what I think you're sent for. No, there's a treasury with supplies and a couple notes.
Which way would it be? Is it just like a general corridor? Like, can I just...
No, like there's a couple like branches of it. Like
Okay.
you're kind of like in the center of this big pyramid right now.
Okay, so just like...
Yeah, and he kind of like points to the one to your left. And he's just like, if you go down there and follow the steps down, you'll be taken to the armory. Follow that hallway further, and you're gonna get to the treasury.
Okay. You wish to say anything else before I go? Anything important? I would love to hear what you have to say. As I only wish to encourage my own knowledge onto... I only wish to learn. Quit saying it.
I only say what needs to be said.
Okay. Like get up, pack my bag, and head off to the left door.
As you're leaving, you hear him say, he's just like, you got a time dragon. I haven't seen one of these in so long. You know you're a very lucky person to have one. Nonetheless, that he chose you to protect him.
I nod silently.
He can't see you.
Oh.
He's still facing away from you.
Like, man, this guy's weird.
I kind of say, yeah.
So the vision that I had, like, how much would like Dak, I guess, believe it? Like, is it pretty believable? Like,
Your father seems like one of the nicest people on the planet. Like super.
grandfather?
Yeah, grandfather. Like
Okay.
super caring. Always went out of his way to make sure that like his son and his daughter and your sister were all taken care of.
How about others?
Yeah,
Like, even the peasantry?
Yeah, like he would go out of his way to help them. Like he was a super caring king. Like he went down there and he actually did the work with all of them and everything.
Okay. So I just completely don't recognize the version that I was showed.
No,
Okay.
this is nothing like anything you've seen. And I'm gonna have to say with that, we're gonna
Okay.
call it for today.
Okay.
So, stream, thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you next time and that you enjoyed this convoluted introduction to the world. But yeah, it's been a fun time, and I hope that you guys stop by next time. Anyways, I will see you guys around.
Bye.